Okay, hello and welcome to the final episode of the Northampton Town career mode on FIFA 21. Don't forget to follow on Twitch, link in the description, and like and subscribe. Stay around until the end of the video because I have an announcement on what's happening with the career mode and what's happening with the channel in the very near future, so please stick around for that. Gillingham then, it's Southwood, Horsfall, Masterson, Harriman, Adams, Missalou, Honeyman, Hoskins, Neil, Chukwuemeka and Rose. Dempsey into Akinde. Akinde Paul puts himself in trouble and now Harriman in the attacking midfield position, charging forward with the ball, feeds it to Danny Rose, back to Harriman. Fantastic switch if Adams can reach it, and he can. He gets it straight into Chukwuemeka and he gets it across for Rose, and that is a fantastic Cobbler's goal. Great way to start off the game, a brilliant attack. We lead 1-0. That first take straight into Chukwuemeka, straight into the path of Rose for a tap-in. Brilliant stuff. Missalou into Neil and now Honeyman. Trying to build through the midfield. We'll go back for Connor Masterson. Michael Harriman now. Steps forward, passes to Honeyman. Quick ball into Rose. Now here's Neil. Great take from Neil. George Neil goes for goal. Oh, yes. This kid is special. I know I keep saying it. Recently turned 17 years old. And it's another beauty to add to his growing collection in his debut season. 2-0. Graham. Trying to travel forward, but Honeyman will take it from him and can't quite keep it. But Neil's now come away with the ball. Rose into Chukwuemeka, he's fed him so well. Caleb Chukwuemeka, little dink over the keeper, makes it 3. Not quite 4 yet, Caleb. It's 3 goals, and it's a brilliant one again. Fantastic play there and a lovely little loft over the goalkeeper to make it the 3rd. Southwood short for Harriman. Missalou. Nicky Adams on the left wing into Chukwuemeka. Honeyman spots the space for Sam Hoskins. Hoskins chips it in now to Danny Rose on the volley. Puts it in the back of the net. It is 4 now against Gillingham. Exactly what we want to see from this Cobblers team. Flowing, fluid and in control. Great finish on the volley from Danny Rose. Southwood goes short for Horsfall from the goal kick. Not much time left, 76th minute currently. Masterson into Chukwuemeka and there's Rose. Back to Chukwuemeka and the space is open here for Ricky Holmes to substitute. Ricky Holmes, parry toward Chukwuemeka, who puts it in the back of the net. It is 5 now for the Cobblers. It's exactly what you want to see again. 2 goals for both strikers, 1 for George Neil as well. Holmes with a quick throw in to Missalou. Switches it for Harriman. Here is now Ricky Corboa, one of the substitutes. Here's Danny Rose. Tries to flick it, gets the ball back, bears down on goal. Oh, audacious effort for the hat-trick. Danny Rose scores goals for fun. And that is another beauty to add to his collection. Danny Rose gets lucky there with the rebound. Bears down. Think he's gone a bit too far wide, but not when he chips the keeper with that level of quality. A rare attack trying to be built up here for Gillingham. Ogilville. Skips past Harriman, finds Graham, Dempsey. Blocked by Masterson, and it's going to come here to Chukwuemeka. Chukwuemeka now drifts wide, trying to get the space for Rose. Finds Rose, goes wide for Corboa, skips past his man. Corboa onto his left, lifts it in for Chukwuemeka, who's got his own hat-trick now. 2 hat-tricks in this game. Here's Gillingham 0, Northampton Town 7. Look how buzzing Danny Rose is for his young strike partner as well. What a partnership they have managed to create so late on in the season. Here is Samuel for Gillingham trying to force an opening. There's Graham, and Southwood preserves his clean sheet with a very good save. Here is the corner for Gillingham. Graham will take it. Dipping down. Goes gonna back to Graham here. Away this time by Harriman. Dempsey can chest it down. Sean McWilliams though takes it from him and can carry the ball forward. Can't quite get it through for Rose. They've not got much time left here, Gillingham, to try to ruin our clean sheet. But Jacob Mellis stalls on the ball and the full-time whistle goes. Our best win of the season happens in the final episode. It's a hat-trick for Danny Rose. I hope he's going to be taking that to Caleb when he gets back there. Hat-trick for Caleb Chukwuemeka too, and the other one for George Neal. Great rating there for Neal, Hoskins and Honeyman, all three substitutes, as well as the 2 perfect 10s for Rose and Chukwuemeka, and an 8.7 for Southwood too. Good to see. Sunderland now, it's Southwood, Horsfall, Masterton, Harriman, Adams, Missalou, Honeyman, Hoskins, Neal, Chukwuemeka and Rose. Couldn't really change it after that, could I? Here's O'Brien into Leadbitter. Graham. Danny Graham now does well. Southwood gets down well to make the save. Chukwuemeka comes on the edge of the area, goes for goal. It deflects well away. We still have control and can keep the pressure up. Here's Neal. Comes in. The lovely little ball in for Chukwuemeka. It's going to be taken away again by Sunderland. Horsfall will collect it this time. The pressure continues to mount with Nicky Adams. Onto his right foot. Delivered in toward Chukwuemeka. And he's put it in on the volley. Poor defending. Poor goalkeeping. And Caleb Chukwuemeka has put us ahead as we bear down on the title. Look at this ball in from Adams. Little bump on the keeper, then just little back flick on the volley. It's an audacious finish from Chukwuemeka really to get his 11th League One goal. Harriman into Rose. Can turn to find Neal. Neal's going to hit one. It deflects off a hand, did it? Says the referee. He's pointed to the spot. Gonna have to take a look at this one. I don't think it really did take a deflection. Let's see. I mean, when he puts his hand up, but it doesn't look like it touches it, does it? It doesn't even look like it was particularly close. Not that Sam Hoskins will care, but it's not a great penalty. He's missed one. Here is George Dobson for Sunderland. Goes wide for McFadzine, who can bring it down well. Has he got the cross in him? No, he goes back. He's holding on to it just about. Goes back to O'Brien. Into Charlie White now. Turns and hits it. Southwood once again with a good save. Here is Scott Pollock as the full-time whistle goes. Back-to-back wins, back-to-back clean sheets, back-to-back away wins as well. It ends 1-0 thanks to Caleb Chukwuemeka's cheeky piece of play and finish. Great rating in there for Missalou, though surprisingly, but we move on to the next game. But before that, you can see that we just need a draw in this game to become champions officially. Let's see how we get on. We play MK Dons, it's Southwood, Horsfall, Masterton, Harriman, Adams, Missalou, McWilliams, Hoskins, Neal, Ashley Seal and Rose. Horsfall into Christopher Missalou. Danny Rose can turn, have a little bit of a run, plays the ball into Neal. Neal gets it onto his left foot and he's fired it wide. And like him in that position especially. Morris into Fraser. Fraser now gets the ball through just for Morris. Switches it to Regan Poole, but it's going to go out for a throw-in. It's pretty poor when they are in a very good position there. Adams goes back for Harriman. Oh, it's a really poor ball. And here is Agard. Plays the ball through for Morris, and Morris scores for MK Dons. Very poor piece of play. Catches us out at the back once again. You can't say that this episode though. It's so bizarre the way that we just revert back to terrible defensive form after two such brilliant performances. Regan Poole, former Cobblers man. Horsfall, no, sorry, it was Nicky Adams there that initially got the ball out for a throw-in. Here is Fraser now for MK Dons, though. Agar can turn onto his left foot and he drags it just wide of the far post. Good effort. Quick throw-in now to Houghton. Back to Regan Poole. Morris. Agard. Quick combinations as there's space for Fraser here, and it went through Harriman. And he's buried it in the bottom corner. MK Dons looking to upset the apple cart and give Hull a little bit of an in as we are in the final 2 matches of the season. It's 2-0 to MK Dons. Lee Nichols, former Cobblers goalkeeper of course, launches one out, will come for Horsfall. Launches forward for Rose, knocks it down for Neal. Phenomenal touch. George Neal dinks the keeper. What a goal that is. George Neal, of course. Need to see that again. Sublime individual skill. The knockdown, the touch there, the little way of skipping and avoiding the challenge on him, and then chipping Lee Nichols. Sublime stuff. Harvey. Trying to force a cross, but we'll go back for Sermon. Now Morris. Away by Masterson, and now McWilliams into Missile. 10 seconds left. Is there time for a counter? Referee says yes. Here is George Neal. Cuts inside. He's going to run toward goal, George Neal. George Neal let fly, and it's a beauty. He only scores beauties, does George Neal. It is now 2-2. What a player we have on our hands. What a phenomenal individual player. Right into that top bins from George Neal. McWilliams. Tackled far too easily by Harvey, and now Sermon can find Kieran Agard. Fraser into the path of Morris. Go to him, Masterson. The space opened up for Fraser. Great touch. And it's 3-2 now to MK. We only needed a point. But we can't help ourselves with shoddy defending. Little touches doing us constantly, like that one there. There again. It's so close to Southwood as well, it's very frustrating. Cargill. Sermon. There is still time in this one. Morris. Agard. Oh, he's got so much space. So open. 4-2. And I think there's not much chance of getting those 2 goals back the way that we have played overall in this one. Not good enough. Too much space at the back. The title will have to wait for another day. Honeyman into Ricky Holmes. Ricky Holmes goes for goal, but it's one for the cameras really from Lee Nichols. Pretty easy save. Kicked out, but Harriman's going to win it. Straight into Chukwuemeka here. Chukwuemeka finds Danny Rose. Danny Rose goes for goal, but straight at Lee Nichols again. Very disappointing from our attackers in this one. As good as we are, I think they're getting a bit needy and just trying things here. Chukwuemeka going to try and dribble into the box. Thompson stepping back though will win the ball. And we are running out of time here. There's only 30 seconds of injury time left to play. With MK on the ball over the top. They check back and there will be the full-time whistle. So it will go down to the final day. Not a good performance from us, but it's still very much in our hands. Again, we only need a point. A good rating for George Neal, a very good one, but that is it for that one, unfortunately. Now, weirdly, before the final day, Hull City have already played their last game. They lost it. So we are already champions before we've played. Bizarre. I don't know. So our final team is Southwood, Mills, Sheehan, Masterson, Harriman, Marshall, Pollock, McWilliams, Holmes, Neal and Chukwuemeka. A Norwood free kick. Acrobatically cleared by Caleb Chukwuemeka. Bit of an exhibition match this one. Hopefully we're not too on the beach. Nice chance for a couple of the older players to get another run out. A couple of the young players too. Freddie Sears, though, has slid through Edwards. Oh, dear. I said I don't really want us to be on the beach, lads, but the first opportunity of the game, and Ipswich have scored against us. It's such poor defending once again. The goalkeeping's not much better either. Edwards. Launched over towards Sears, but it's headed away by Harriman. Here's Marshall, who loses it immediately. Freddie Sears picks it back up. Harriman picks it back up. Loses it again. Masterson doesn't do much better. Sears squares it to Norwood for a tap, and it's 2-0 to Ipswich. On the beach describes this pretty perfectly, if you ask me. Whatever happens, we will lift the trophy after this game. Let's not make it an embarrassment, lads, eh? It's supposed to be a happy moment. Let's not lift the trophy on back-to-back defeats on the final 2 games. Vincent Young. Into Nsala. Bishop. Through for Norwood. Lot of space in there. So much space. Here's Downs. Waiting for the runner. Masterson, though, can come away with it, but gives it away as well. It's so weak today. Norwood. Challenged again by Masterson, but he's given it away once again. Edwards to Bishop. Into Edwards again, and he's got another one. It's Ipswich 3, Northampton 0. Almost said 2, but I don't think there's been 2 shots, let alone 2 goals. A very poor performance. I don't want to say on the beach again, but it really is, isn't it? Very poor, very disappointing from the lads involved. Here is a corner for Ipswich. They go short. Sears whipped him. It's headed away by Horsfall. Now here is Corboa, who has the pace, but gives it to Pollock. Pollock can hold it up and work the space to return it. No, he's gone to Neal, who's going to go for this by himself. Grabbed the game by the scuff of the neck. George Neal, good save from the alert Ipswich goalkeeper. Seconds remain of this one. There is your full-time whistle. It isn't a good day out for us. It's a good way to end the season for Ipswich, though. But we will officially lift the League One trophy. After such a torrid season, really. Ups and downs and massive inconsistencies. We have come out on top in the end by, I think it was, just the 2 points. But congratulations to everyone involved. The lads do deserve it. The Championship's going to be a hell of a task next season. There's going to be a lot of players need to come in and out. A lot of money is going to have to be splashed around. Maybe quite a few free transfers to improve the squad depth overall. But who knows what it could lead to for George Neal. He could bring us in £25 million on his own. We'll have to wait and see, though. He is a talent. George Honeyman has the armband today and will lift the League One trophy for Northampton Town. No Hoskins or Adams in the matchday squad, so he will lift it. Which is a bit annoying, really. Like, I should be able to, in the same way you can in Football Manager, like, assign specific roles. So I can say, well, no, Nick Adams is my captain. Hoskins is my vice-captain. But it doesn't matter. It is what it is. We do have some players ready for the Championship. Southwood, if he can stay on form. Honeyman, definitely our attacking trio, really, of Ashley Seal, Rose, and Chukwuemeka. Neal, not sure if he's going to be there. Too many older players as well. Adams, Holmes, Marshall as well, that aren't going to be around. Sheehan, Mills, and Britez as well. Fiola. Chris Lyons as well. There's a lot of clearing out to do for this squad, but for now we will enjoy our day and we will gear up for a Championship season, which I will explain at the very end of the video as well, what's going on with that career mode. So please stick around for that little announcement at the end. Right, and that is it then, guys. Before we go, we're going to take a quick look at the table, the stats for the season, and please don't forget to wait to the very end where I'm going to be discussing what's happening next, a little announcement on that. But first up, we take a look at the table. You can see that in the top spot, it was us. 27 wins, 6 draws, 13 defeats, which is very bad. But it got us through. We scored 130 goals, but conceded 100. That is absolutely insane, but it was still the best goal difference, surprisingly, with just 30. 87 points in the end, which I don't find is usually enough to win League 1 or League 2. But in this instance it was. In second and third and fourth is Hull City, Sunderland and Charlton. Then Oxford and Peterborough down in sixth, fifth and sixth. So you've got Cobblers and Hull who go up automatically, and that third spot going to either Sunderland, Charlton, Oxford or Peterborough. Very interesting. Going all the way down to the bottom, look at relegation, it is Rochdale, Swindon Town, Bristol Rovers and AFC Wimbledon on a pretty disastrous 36 points compared to the 50 they would have needed to stay up. It's pretty poor there. Individual stats now for the top goal scorers. In there, of course, George Neal with 35 goals in 44 games. That is a Champions League player in waiting. Danny Rose also getting 27 in 40. We've also got Hoskins, who got 13 in 41 in there too. Over to assists, and it's obviously dominated by us because it normally is. The AI don't really get that many assists. I mean, look at it. Danny Rose, 31 assists in 40 matches. How do you get 31 assists as well as getting 27 goals? That is disgracefully good. And then next you have Hoskins with 15 in 41. You see the disparity, 16 goal difference. Then you've got Neil, who's also on 15, and Ashley Seal with 10 in 29, as well as Allens with 9 in 39. Going a bit further down, we've got Chukwuemeka, who got 7 in just 10 as well. And that's it for that one. Clean sheets, now we're not going to be very high on this one. Southwood had 9 in 46, meaning he was 10 away from the top. Many teams don't tend to get that many, but it's very poor, isn't it? It's very, very poor. Looking at the stats then, it is 62 appearances and just a 10 clean sheets for Luke Southwood. 7.1 overall. He started off so strongly, but then he just dropped and dropped and dropped. It's such a disappointing level that he reached in the end. Steve Arnold did not make an appearance. Joseph Mills, 45 appearances, 1 goal, 5 assists, 11 clean sheets and a 6.7. He was okay. He was always going to be our primary left back, but he's getting on a bit, as is George Bretes, 35 he is. 18 appearances, a goal and an assist and a 6.7. Same as Joseph Mills. Really, just left backs haven't been good enough, and that can be said for a lot of the defence, really. Connor Masterson, 44 appearances, 2 goals, 8 clean sheets and 6.9. I think he did quite well. He got caught out with handballs a hell of a lot for penalties, but what can you really do about that? Fraser Horsfall, 49 appearances, 9 clean sheets and a 6.8. Again, Horsfall was the usual partner to Masterson when we played 2. He was the more clumsy one. He gave away a lot of free kicks and a lot of penalties through fouls rather than handballs. So, you know, anyone in the defence really doesn't deserve much praise. Keenan Bolger, 11 appearances, 6.6, just not good enough. He really just isn't good enough, and that's why he didn't play very much. Same for Alan Sheehan, really. 20 appearances, 3 clean sheets and a 6.7. Just everyone in defence needs a good hard look at themselves. Max Deitch, 5 appearances, 6.6. Not particularly impressive, but a lot of room to grow, obviously. Josh Flanagan did not play a game. Attila Fiola, 16 appearances, 2 assists, 2 clean sheets and 6.6. Again, as with all the other defenders, it just didn't work, did it? Michael Harriman, 43 appearances, 2 goals, 4 assists, 7 clean sheets, and a 6.8. He was probably the better of all the fullbacks, I'd say. Did very well when he was asked to play other positions too. I quite like Michael Harriman personally. I think he did alright. Christopher Missilou, 53 appearances, 3 assists, 8 clean sheets, and a 7. He was very important to making sure that our midfield wasn't just overrun constantly. He was, like I say, he was very, very important to making sure the team actually progressed at times, and I think we wouldn't have won the league without him. 51 appearances, 4 goals, 14 assists, and 11 clean sheets, and a 6.7 for Nicky Adams, the skipper, who is very, very close to retirement. He was okay. Again, he was okay. I think wingers was another problem. If it wasn't for Neil and our attackers, I think we was going to get nowhere near finishing as high as we did. Ricky Holmes, who was very, very good for us, surprisingly. 38 appearances, 14 goals, 6 assists, 4 clean sheets, and a 6.9. Big fan of how we used Ricky. He initially was an attacking midfielder before Neil came in, then tended to come on as a left midfielder from then on. Did very well, scored lots of goals, was always dangerous, scored a lot of beauties as well. Chris Lyons made just the 3 appearances and a 6.6, just petered out in the end, and he never really was good enough. Neither was Salby, and that's why he never played. Sean McWilliams, 44 appearances, 2 goals, 4 assists, 7 clean sheets, 6.9. Again, it's a very mixed bag because it's hard for midfielders to stand out in this side, especially when we played this week. But Sean obviously would be coming forward with us regardless. A lot of room to grow. He got +7 in that season. +6 for Scott Pollock as well. 20 appearances, 3 goals, 5 assists, 6.9. Similar situation to McWilliams. Obviously played less than half the amount of games that Sean did. But a similar situation, just needs all that time to grow. Watson, 27 appearances, 1 goal, 4 assists, a clean sheet, a 6.8. Again, not a particular big standout. Usually was the other midfielder I'd bring on if Missilou had to come off, but he isn't really a defensive-minded player. George Honeyman, 38 appearances, 7 goals, 9 assists, 7 clean sheets, 7.3. I think we would have done a bit better if he didn't miss that 3 months, I think it was. He really was impactful, was so good as box-to-box. You can see that he scored plenty of goals and got plenty of assists. And he was a very, very, very good player for us this season. George Neal, 52 appearances, 42 goals, 19 assists, 10 clean sheets, 7.7 overall, getting a +10. He's a 74 now, it's crazy. And of course, he did gain a little bit of age as well. He's now 17 years old. Wow. One of the best youth academy finds ever in my career modes. He has to be the best youth academy find we've ever had. I think they do tend to just give you one at the minute, give you quite a good one. But yeah, there's no way I could keep hold of him next season, I don't think. If a good offer comes, I think I've got to let him go. Mark Marshall, 11 appearances, 1 goal, 3 assists, 6.8. Just isn't good enough. Never really showed enough. And that's why he never played. Sam Hoskins, who's got a minus next to his name. Don't know what that means, actually. 53 appearances, 14 goals, 18 assists, 10 clean sheets, and a 7. He was sublime as well, Sam Hoskins, a mainstay in the team. Great utility player too. Good penalty taker as well. Ricky Corboa, 39 appearances, 5 goals, 3 assists, a clean sheet, and a 6.6. Corboa was very disappointing. He was always the man I looked to change a game, to add a bit of pace. And there were so many moments where he got the pass wrong or messed up the chance. I'd have to improve on that position as well as our backup wide men. Benny Ashley Seal, 38 appearances, 20 goals, 14 assists, 2 clean sheets, and a 7.2. A really strange one. Only the 8 league goals, but whenever he was in anything else, you can see 5 Carabao Cup goals, 5 Papa John's Trophy goals, and 2 FA Cup goals. He was the man in the cups, really, for us. It was bizarre. 12 of his 20 goals came in cup competitions, but he's still got a lot of room to grow, and I really like using him. Now, this is the one that I didn't expect, really. 14 appearances, 14 goals, 9 assists, and 3 clean sheets, 7.8. For Caleb Chukwuemeka. The kid was just so impressive when he came in. It's him and George Neal that lead the way in terms of how impressed I really was with this team. He's definitely got so much room to grow and a lot of potential. There's Ethan Johnston, who didn't actually end up playing a game. And finally, Danny Rose, 48 appearances, 39 goals, 32 assists, 9 clean sheets, and 7.8. That is absolutely crazy. 71? No, I must have got that wrong. No, 71. He contributed 71 goals. Wow. Okay, even if you remove his 7 goals, his 1 assist, so his 8 contributions in pre-season there, he's still on 63. And that is incredible. What a player he was for us. The unsung hero, really, through it all. Just kept his head down, got on with his business, and scored goals. What a player. And I think, as well, Yeah, he is our player of the season. Chukwuemeka only played 14 games, and to qualify for player of the season, I like to say that you have to play at least half of the amount of games that you would play in the league. So in our case, it would be 23 total games, and he only managed 14. So Danny Rose, far and away there, really. Our player of the season, but young player of the season, of course, would go to George Neal. Right, guys, and that is it then. So before I go, I need to do a little announcement and talk about what's happening with this next. So, I've seen the engagement for this isn't where I really want it to be, and at times I've not enjoyed it because I just can't seem to nail down the team and get it to work the way I want to, and I'm just conceding goals that I feel I shouldn't concede, and it's really frustrating. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to make a separate video as well, just so it's more out there. But what I want to do is start a new career mode with a lower end top division team in a foreign league and build them up, and maybe only do 2 or 3 seasons, maybe just do the 1 season and we bounce to another team, maybe I just do 2 seasons, eventually win the league and move on, or maybe I can keep in that save and find a new club to join and build them up. So what I was thinking was someone in the Bundesliga in Germany, La Liga in Spain, or the Serie A in Italy, and one of the, I guess I'd say, bottom half teams, and try to build them up. And that's what I would like to do with that. But the Cobbler's Career Mode isn't going to go away either. What I want to do with that is I'm going to make it part of my Twitch streams. Now, I haven't been very active on Twitch because I haven't really had the time, as much time as we have in the world. I don't think I've had as much as I thought I was going to have. But in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to start up Twitch properly again. And that's where the Cobbler's Career Mode is going to continue. So then, if you can come and be live to those streams, you can come and help dictate who should and shouldn't play, what formations I should try, what signings I should make. You can help make it a proper interactive career mode, have a lot of fun with it, and build it up with me. And then we can have so much more enjoyable times with this building block career mode with Cobblers, and then with the proper traditional edited episodic career mode that I'll be doing with another team. So if you've got any suggestions for which team you'd like to see, please leave them in the comments. Like I say, I'm going to be doing a separate video as well, so please bring your comments there as well. But yeah, I'm looking at, I don't want to be in England, and I don't really want to be a lower division side. So my choices have been narrowed down to Bundesliga, La Liga and Serie A, so Germany, Spain or Italy. So please leave those in the comments and in the comments of the other video if you've got a pick. And so with that, that is it then, guys. Thank you so much for watching this career mode, and I hope to see you in the next one, and I hope to see you over on Twitch too. Link is always in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe, don't forget to share, and I'll see you all next time.